my scrappy friends, welcome to the Clique channel. I have a layout for the Clique pep rally that happened last week. So sorry this is a little bit late. But I am working on my layout here and I am getting ready to build off of these circles. So you didn't see me cut all these circles down. I don't know what happened. But I just basically cut circles. I used all these Allie Edwards rings. So these came in one of her story kits, Allie Edwards story kit. So I'm adding some stash into my kit. Now I definitely have enough in my kit that I didn't need to do this, but I thought it would be really fun to do circles and I had these. So I figured that why not pair them together. They were really similar colors. And this is just something that sometimes I like to do is just mix stuff from my stash in with my kit, especially at near the end when I'm starting to get a little anxious for my new kit and maybe a little bored of my kit. Even though it's an absolutely gorgeous kit, I love this kit. It's so fun. But yeah, so right now you're just watching me build these layers. I am gonna use a circle photo. Now I took it from a square that was like 2.5 by 3 or something, or 3 by 3.5 by 3. And so part of it, as you can see the white part. But when I'm gonna add a camera over top of it, and a circle, I think. So you're not gonna end up seeing it. You're not going to end up seeing that white as much. It's not really going to stand out. It will kind of get covered up. But, you know, if that's something that bothers you, you know, if seeing white space like that would bother you, then you can always either cut right from, you know, use a little bit of a bigger photo. I didn't realize I was going to cut it when I printed it off, or I probably would have did it a little bit bigger. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Because I'm going to have this picture in Project Life as well as having this layout. So I'm not as like really picky. It's okay if I cover up the picture a little bit. And I tried not to cover up too much of my kids so that you could see them. But it's just kind of it highlights where they are. So yeah, the camera is kind of like over top a part of the bike, but not their faces. So I also took this thicker that, well, it's not really thicker. It's an alpha sticker from 7 paper from Studio Calco. And it's a white puffy alpha. It's so much fun. This actually came in the holiday kit, maybe? The Christmas kit. But I ended up taking it out and putting it with my stash because I had another one like this. So, but yeah. And I sewed around it. So it says Ride of My Life. And I sewed around and I stitched that on. So with my sewing machine, it was definitely, you got to go slow if you're going to go over alphas like these because they're foam. So they will push underneath the foot a little bit. So now I'm just going to find some stuff to put on some of these circles to just play around. Now, I don't know how much of this kit is actually in the store anymore, but I know that there's still lots of pieces from the Vicky Booten ephemera. We use 2 different kinds of packs in both of the kits. So one kit had one pack, one had another. We also got some of these really cute clips and stuff that you see with that bubble. So I'm just going to play around and I'm going to see what works well. I pulled out a ton of stuff. This probably took me way longer to accomplish than I needed to. But I knew that once the pep rally hits, I know I'm probably not really going to go back to my kit and use it in its entirety. I might, and I try to keep my kits together for a while, but a lot of times I'll end up going in and finding something from another kit that I knew was in there and using it. So I really wanted to try to go in and find pieces that I thought would look good. I'm really looking for some black and white. I really want to use some of the colors that are in the papers, um, and all that good stuff. So I want to add some labels. I did use that flare badge that is designed by Miriam to match the kit, and it's so cute. It's really fun. It's a really pretty floral. It goes really well because that um, chipboard piece that says "My View" doesn't really have anything on it, and then underneath it just has that white heart, the heart, and then the white background. So it really doesn't read too bad. So yeah. But so I'm just looking for some stuff, and I'm sorry. I feel like this took me forever to do. Like I could have made this faster. But anyway, this is what happens sometimes. So this is what it feels like. Sometimes I'm looking for stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed this kit. So if you can find bits and pieces of it, if you can get the kit, if you're still using the kit, share it with us. Well, because you guys are still using the kits. And you guys will get the new kits, which features um, the Good Vibes by Oasis, or Crepe Paper, not Oasis, Crepe Paper. That was their last one for last year's, like, summertime. But also, the Traveler's Notebook kit is so amazing. It has Pretty Little Studio stuff, and it's Miriam's collection, Sweet Life. So it is nice and bright. So we have, once again, another really nice bright color palette. I think it'll really be fun to make it not feel so cold if you live somewhere cold, and if you live somewhere warm, it'll, really fit the vibes. So I really am looking just for pieces to layer. I feel like I took a lot of time to like really think about this, but you really could have just did something simple. So I made that small little cluster with a couple of tags and that speech bubble that I covered up most of the speech bubble. I am going to use some of red line tape to adhere it because the most of the space underneath it is, there's like a gap from that circle. And I am going to go back through at the end and cut off the ends of a lot of those circles that I have at the end. So you're not going to end up seeing them later on, because otherwise they just make it so I couldn't get the layout in the protector anyway. But I really like just played around and tried to find where I thought everything would look good. I also am going to adhere this with some red line tape. I really just didn't want it to go anywhere. And I didn't add that many layers because I have a lot of pattern paper in the circles. I really kept to using the tissue paper and just that one piece of really colorful pattern paper underneath and a glassine bag. So I really kept it simple so that you get a little bit of color, but most of your color is from all the circles on the outside. And I think doing a layout where you use lots of different circles or lots of different of one shape, it really can be really fun, right? So I hope you guys like challenge yourself to do something like that, because it's just really fun to go about and try different shapes and see what kind of stuff you like and what looks good. And and when you play around with different sizes of the same shape, you really can create some really cool looks. And I really love that this collection has vellum pieces, it has cardstock pieces. Well, and then I added the chipboard element. So I have stuff that's really thin, stuff that's kind of medium, stuff that's thicker off the paper. So I'm creating lots of different textures, and I really like this. I think this really makes your layouts just pop, and it doesn't make them feel so one-dimensional. Now, if that's what you like, if you don't like it to get all smushed, then that's, that is fine as well. I mean, you definitely could make layouts that don't have a lot of dimension so they don't get smushed. This collection using the vellum and stuff, that would definitely give you a really thin look without creating and you could layer a couple of those flowers. They're just so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love them. I could have used a whole pack. No, I also found that Dream Big. I think that was from the other collection that we got from them in the summer. So I've really been loving using Cocoa Vanilla. They've been really fun. So I thought about using that blue Pretty Little Studio butterfly, but in the end I just thought it was too much with the flowers and bikes. Yeah. I should have looked to see if I had a bike wood veneer because that would have been fun, but I'm going to add these rhinestones from Maggie Holmes, and this is pretty much it. So definitely check out the info box below because I have links to the kits and what's in them, and then you'll get a link to the store for add-ons. Definitely look for add-ons because we are constantly adding new add-ons, and we're going to be starting to add stuff from the CHA, the Creative Vision show. And so there's going to be some new stuff. There's going to be some stuff for Valentine's Day if you still haven't gotten anything and wanted the main squeeze. We have a lot of that. We have some new shimmer stuff. So definitely check out the store and add some add-ons for your February kit. So I will see you guys later. You can use my code Hannah10 for anything that you order. In the add-on store, it won't go for your main kit, but you can use it for your add-ons. So definitely, make sure you use that because that 10% is really going to give you a good discount. But I will see you guys later. Have a great week, and don't forget to stay inspired. Bye.